place. Almost 2 months now, isn't it? Smiling warmly at her, the Raj responded, "Yes, it is. Why do you ask?" "Oh, no reason, just what?" "Just that it would probably take around 2 months to journey back to my village on foot." Narrowing his eyes at her, Yahir asked suspiciously, "Why were you—" He was abruptly silenced as the doors blasted off their hinges and landed with a clatter in the center of the room. Starting to his feet, Yahir moved protectively in front of Haname. Striding through the doorway with a naked blade in hand came Salihon. He leveled his sword at the throat of the enraged Raj. "Now you will pay for kidnapping my wife, you scheming pile of donkey feces!" The Raj gasped in outrage. "How dare you break into the palace of my forebears and threaten my august presence? I will have your head for defiling my lovely compatriot's ears with your vile commoner slurs." Unsheathing his own sword, Yahir moved fluidly into a battle stance. His slightly crashed form showed years of training and discipline. "Oh, really?" Salihun taunted the livid royal. "And here I thought that you had been so pampered your entire life that you could not even lift a sword, much less take my head with it. And your lovely compatriot is my wife, you villainous rapscallion, and I demand that you return her to me this instant." He lunged forward, blade twining like a metal serpent aiming for Yahir's heart. Light flashed off watered steel edges as the Raj countered. "Do you indeed?" came the haughty retort. "Well, I should think that the lady would want to remain at my side instead of returning with you to a miserable hovel to wallow in abject poverty." Enraged, Salihun came at Yahir with a series of ugly vertical chops designed to split an opponent in two. "How dare you malign the house I built with my own hands," Salihun spat. "And if you are so worried about Haname's living conditions, maybe you should actually do something to help the common folk, instead of lolling about in this over-decorated, considerable waste of space." The Raj lunged forward, locking hilts with Salihun and bringing the two of them body to body. Salihun strained as the taller man brought his weight to bear, forcing him down. "My palace houses the finest engineers and architects in the kingdom. They are working on projects that have benefited hundreds," the Raj ranted. "Excuse me for attempting to better the city that houses thousands instead of journeying to the boonies to help one tiny village that will probably reject my progress anyway because it's not the way things are done." He kicked Salihun in the stomach, sending his body crashing to the floor. Storming towards the fallen man, he continued, "I've done more to help this kingdom than anybody could have dreamed. But the only thing that anybody ever talks about is the fact that I haven't gotten married yet. The minute I actually find a girl that might meet everyone's requirements, you turn up out of the blue and mess up everything." Salihun twisted away from the blade that flashed towards his throat. Narrowly avoiding it, he rolled backward and leaped athletically to his feet again. "How is it my fault that you fell in love with my wife? She's mine, so get it through your thick skull." Ahem. A polite cough came from the corner of the room where Haname was seated. In the midst of their battle, both men had forgotten the object of their argument and affections was seated with them in the room. "If the two of you are quite finished," she inquired with an arch tone, "I would like to say a few words."